What's up YouTube, Asian Persuasion here, and we are here with a new format deck profile. It's going to be with something that came out of Code of the Duelist. It's going to be this card specifically. We're going to be showing off one of my casual fun decks I've been playing recently. It's going to involve Spellbook of Knowledge. As you guys can guess from the title, as you guys already read, it's going to be Spellbooks / Prophecy. I kind of made up a random name. I call it Prophecy Turbo, Spellbook Turbo, whatever that is. But yeah, I've been playing this for fun. I've been playing this ever since back in the day, before Spellbook of Judgment came out and made this deck insane. But yeah, it's been not really been seeing too much play recently, but I've been fiending ever since this card came out to make this deck profile. So I just wanted to show you guys what I'd be playing if I was playing like a Spellbook deck at like a regionals. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the profile and listen to my victory ringtone right there. Alright, ignore that, sorry. We're going to go into this profile, and here we go. So we're going to be playing World of Prophecy. This is basically your big old boss monster. Blows up the field after you get 2 spellbooks. Well, you have to, you can pick up 2 spellbooks from the grave to blow up, reveal 4 different spellbook names in your hand to blow up all the cards on the field besides himself. He's basically a Judgment Dragon. So either a special from a spellcaster monster or a spellbook spell card. So this guy's insane, and you'll see why. Next card is High Priestess. Oh yeah, look at that high rarity. I had this thing all dusted off for you guys. We got 2 High Priestesses we're going to be playing. So here's the boss lineup right here. We got the 1 World and 2 High Priestess. And as you would pretty much can guess, I'm playing the Temperance version. There's a spellcaster whenever Spellbook is activated. You basically special summon one of these big boss monsters from your deck, but you can't special summon level, I think, 5 or higher monsters the rest of the turn you activate this effect. But that never matters because you're summoning these guys, and this pops a card by removing Spellbook, and then that JD. So yep, there's that. Next card is everyone's favorite. We got the Blue Boy, which is what his nickname is, but it's just Spellbook Magician of Prophecy right here. He is Stratos. Searches any Spellbook card. This guy is really good. And then to round out the monsters, I play 1 Maxi. So it's a very small monster count, as you guys can see, 10 monsters. It might be wrong. I'm still trying to learn the new format, but this is what I'd be playing because I'm a saggy individual and I like to play this deck. So there's the monster lineup. Alright, for spells, we'll just move this out of the way. We got the 3 Spellbook of Secrets. This card is also Rhoda for any of your Spellbook cards. You gotta play that. The new edition, which I already just talked about from Code of the Duelist. We got 3 Spellbook of Knowledge. This card is Destiny Draw, either from sending a spellcaster from your field you control, or the other effect, which is not going to be used in splash decks for like Invoked. You just send a Spellbook from your hand, or one that you control, to the grave. So this card is insane. Draw 2. This deck is basically just draw, search, draw, draw. One of the other starters, we were playing 2 Crescent of the Library, the Spellbook. I don't really like this card unless you open it. It's just another one of these if you don't have anything to start with. This card's amazing if you get to start with it, but it's pretty much dead from you having Spellbooks in your grave, which is like a lot of the times, unless you have a tower going off or you have your High Priestess banishing them, but sometimes that's not enough, so it comes dead a lot. Next up, we got 2 Eternity. This card gets back your banished Spellbooks, so that can make sure you don't run out of Spellbooks. Next, we got 2 Spellbook of Power. Look, the mismatched languages, but it looks dope still. I like that one better. Yep, that's the French one and the German one. We got 2 Power. Next up, we got 2 Spellbook Masters. This basically copies all the cards that I sorted up here and turns them into that. So basically, you can draw 2, use this to copy that, and draw 2 more. It is freaking insane. And something cool about Spellbooks, we inherently have a masterpiece out. If they pop something, you can power, and then you can master power, and then boom, your monster's most likely bigger as long as you put on your boss monster. Alright, there's that, 2 masters. And I'm kind of weird. Normally you would never see 3 of this, but I just really like this card. Spellbook of Fate, I just want to draw one so I'll never have to search it so my opponent never knows that I have it. But this card is literally a banish without targeting. If you banish 3 Spellbooks, it's a Book of Moon for your monsters or their monsters for the 2, but it doesn't target, and then it can bounce a back row by moving 1. So this card is awesome because it never targets. Spellbook of Fate, one of my favorite cards. Then we got just tech cards. We got the 1 Wisdom. protects from spell traps. The one Spellbook of I forgot this. Spellbook of Life. So basically, you only play that just because there's some cool scenarios where if you go Temperance into like this and then they kill this, you can Spellbook of Life, banish the Temperance and special summon this and still summon it and JD bomb the whole field. So that's some pretty cool synergy. I just like the one though because this card really sucks to draw. And then to round out the spells, which is I believe 20 spells, is 2 Grand Book to Spellbook Tower. This card is amazing. This just lets you keep drawing. Basically, this whole deck is just meant to draw. Alright, that's probably why I call it a Spellbook Turbo. We got Traps next. We got the Solemn Warning. Broken card. You draw so much in the deck, you want to draw a couple traps that just end your opponent's turn. Next card that ends your opponent's turn, we got 2 Solemn Strikes. Just that for the Solemn Gate. I don't want 3s because I don't want to clog up my hands with a bunch of too many traps when I need spellbooks in my hand. Next up, we got the Torrential Tribute. Pretty freaking good. No one ever sees it coming. You don't care if you bomb your monster because you just have massive card advantage. And then the deck the only win condition this deck has is just outpacing your opponent by having more cards. So Torrential helps out. Next up, it's Turbo because we're playing 3 Reckless Greed. Because this card is amazing. This card lets you just keep drawing your whole deck and help you unbreak. And then you get more. You don't really skip your draw phase if you have a Spellbook of Tower face up. And then you also don't need a draw phase when you go and draw 2 cards with Spellbook of Knowledge. It's pretty good. There's that. And then the last 2 cards, because it's a pace deck, and the other 2 cards I wanted to draw were to throw my opponent back. And this is the best card to throw your opponent back. If you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, this outpaces your opponent. It forces them to draw the same cards if you're bouncing the same monster or the same spell trap to the field. And you're just drawing cards. Every turn you're just drawing cards. Eventually your opponent's just going to get outpaced. So this card is really amazing to draw into spellbooks. That rounds out the 40 cards of the spellbooks. I guess I don't really have a side deck, but I do have an extra deck. You don't need this. This is just like old spellbooks where you just don't need an extra deck. But you can copy this because these sometimes come up. I just wanted to put Decode Talker in there because it's a link. It's new. This is probably the only relevant thing. 2 blue boys. I never really noticed that, but I guess you can't even do that. I just put it in there to scare people, just in case they put, you know, DNA surgery or whatever the heck things to change things to Aqua. You can play totally awesome. See, just half the extra deck just irrelevant. You don't need it. Shining Elf, Daigusto Phoenix, Cat Shark, Gachi Gachi, Herald of Peter, Armored Kappa, the number 45. These are actually relevant with when you get 2 High Priestesses on the field. This guy's pretty much a Heavy Storm that doesn't target. This guy's pretty cool too. He's a spellcaster guy. We got Big Eye. We got Draco Sack going back in the Dragon Ruler format. We got Red Eye's Flare Metal to burn them to death, and then Gaia for game. So pretty much whole extra deck's pointless. Just in case your opponent be citing in that DNA surgery, bro. Trust. You never know, man. Yeah, whole extra deck can change whatever you want, but those are the main things you probably just want. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think of my random deck profile. I know it's really random how I randomly posted it, but this is what I'd be playing if I was playing new format spellbooks to have some fun. So yeah, try it out. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And that's about it. Signing out. Peace.